up, folks? Face to face coming at you. Took a week off. Now I'm back, bitches. Week 7 power rankings, and oh wow, they've gotten interesting. Thought I'd play a little MJ. You know, Halloween's coming up. We got some parties going on this weekend. Should be a great time. Also, if you guys like the stash, comment below. And maybe I'll keep it for a few more days. I shaved it today. I think it's pretty funny. So I thought I'd rock it out and see what you guys think. Let me turn this baby down. Let's start the funness off. We're going to start from the bottom up as always. And at the bottom, it's gotten a little risky, and the top has gotten a little risky. But the top and the bottom have not changed. So we're going to go with the bottom. Hooked on Tronics. Cass. Got your first W 2 weeks ago, but this week went right back to the bottom and doing what you do best. Rocking 89 points against Cal. A pretty lopsided victory. Even though Cal struggled this week, he got lucky. He faced the worst team in the league. Sorry, Cal. Sorry, Cass. You need to do something with your team. It's bad. Aaron Rodgers is not that great this year. You're starting Darren Sproles and CJ Spiller. Your team's terrible. Good luck next year. Start looking at your tiers for drafts because your season's over. After that, we're going to hop to Cursed. From Pentakill to Cursed in 1 week. Mr. Joshua Hasemi. Once again, he has dropped 2 games in a row. After winning a big game, he's dropped 2 in a row, and I have him at number 9. His team is beat up, his team is bad, and everything going for him is going the wrong way. His name is Cursed. I think it's a little bit dramatic, but he hasn't had the best of luck this year. His trade really didn't pan out. Tony Romo is fire and ice at the same time. Sorry, Josh. Playoffs ain't happening this year. Might as well start looking for next year. Sorry about that, buddy. Then we're going to hop to Llama Drama on a 3-game losing streak. So I wanted to put you even lower, but I wanted to give Josh worse rating. Sorry, brother. Your team is also really bad. Colin Kaepernick has been a bust this year. You have Wes has been good. Dwayne has been meh. Roddy White has literally 13 points all season. The guy's been terrible. You've got to bench him sooner or later. I don't know why he hasn't been on the bench. Terrible running backs. Terrible. God, after looking at this team, I should have had you worse. But we're going to stay at 8. And you're not going to do much. You also should look towards next year because your season is over. I'm sorry to say it, it's over. Hopping up 1 is Learning Computers on a 2-game winning streak, trying to keep his season alive. Back-to-back W's. He still only has 2 wins and he's still far away. But his team's on the upstream. And if he keeps this up, he could start talking playoffs. You know, you win another week here. 3 and 4, you never know what's going to happen after that. The Jamal Charles trade seems like to be benefiting him more than it was for Cursed. But also Sam Bradford out. That means he has to start Thaddeus Lewis. The guy has 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's not good. When your guy's name is Thaddeus Lewis, you're not going to do anything. I like the 2 W's you have, and you beat some bad teams with those 2 W's. I don't see you doing much. I see you kind of with these other people. The bottom feeders are bad this year. Very bad. All the way down from 7 to 10. They're all the same bunch. They're all real bad, but at the end of the day, one of them has to come out and try to fight for the playoffs just because process of elimination, they're going to be beating each other up. After that, we're going to hop to 6 with Barry McCockiner. He has fallen fast. He's on a 2-game losing streak. His team is not putting up the production. His team is getting beat up as well. The loss of Julio Jones is killer. Stevie Johnson's been taking dumps. His running backs are weak. With the bye on Matt Forte this week, Eli Manning's still taking shits everywhere. Sorry, Steve. I didn't like your team at the beginning of the year, but you proved me wrong with a 4-0 start. But you have not been playing great as of late, and you have dropped from the top echelon down to the bottom feeders. Now, you, of course, being 4-3, you win 2 games in a row. You win this week. You're back up there, man. But sorry to put you at 6. I had to do it. 5 is going to go to Lugnut Fixed It, maybe the hottest team in the league, with a 3-game winning streak. I've been saying all season, I kept putting this guy lower and lower and lower, and it was killing me. Because I do like his team, but it just wasn't producing. And I think finally they've hit their stride. He's got the Gronk back, and maybe he can save his team and get him a W, some W's and W's. He's 3-4 now. He has a good week this week. He goes up to 4-4, and he's right behind the pack with Steve's and Tim's. I think he can do it, but you never know. His weaknesses, Michael Vick is injury prone. But other than that, your running backs are not the greatest. Like I said, you have Maurice Jones-Drew. I don't know how he's still starting for you. He has 300 yards and 2 touchdowns all season. It's just your running backs are your issue, and I hope you do something. Ray Rice has really not been there for you, and it's really been killing you. So good luck, Pat. 3-game winning streak. You can't deny it. Keep it up. Hop into number 4, Dwayne Boners, 4-3. He's been up and down all year. One week he looks great. The next week he looks terrible. He emails about how he hates his team, but then he wins. It's just, I don't understand you, Justin. But it's working, 4-3. You have to take it. I'm putting you at 4. You're right now in my power rankings. You're a playoff team. So whatever you're doing, keep it up. Your quarterbacks really are handling a lot of load, and they're starting to finally get their feet under their bodies. I don't know what the hell I was trying to say there. They're trying to help you out. Demaryius Thomas is also very good. Frank Gore has been much better than I thought. And Noshawn Moreno has also been much better than I thought. The Denver Broncos run him a lot down low, and he's got those 8 touchdowns, which is huge. That was a great pickup. One of the top fantasy running backs right now, really. And keep it up, Justin. You're gonna make some moves if you keep staying healthy. Ryan Matthews actually hasn't been too bad the past few weeks, but he's on your bench. Overall, Justin, your team's not looking too shabby. A lot better than I thought this year, and we'll see how it goes. After this, we go to the bank on a 2-game losing streak. Ugh. And he's had 2 bad weeks. I kept him at 3. I don't know why I kept him at 3, but his team has a lot of talent with Russell Wilson, Phillip Rivers, Calvin Johnson, Chris Johnson, Trent Richardson. But their team past 2 weeks has put up just god-awful points. And he's lost back-to-back games against 2 good opponents. But, you got to put up points, and this team's taking a lull. And the sad thing about it, Mr. One Move all season is coming to bite him in the ass right now. He has only made 1 move, and how many buys does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 buys. 7 buys with the kicker. 7 buys this week, a.k.a. he loses this week. Even with all of his replacements, he might be able to fill in a few of those gaps, but they're with terrible players. This is why you got to make moves on the weekly to try to find players, because you never know when someone's going to get hurt, and also bye weeks kill you. This week you're going to lose, even though it's not my matchups yet. I'm just going to say it. With 7 bye weeks, you're not going to win. So Tim, you're going to take another hit this week, and it's not going to be good for you. Then we get up to the echelons, the topper of the echelons, the peaks of the power, the dominators of the dominated. The top 2, me. Cal's going to go with number 2. Love his team. Been loving it all year. He's been putting up solid points. He's made some great moves. The Chiefs' defense was a great pickup. The Tommy B trade, I think in all, I've probably gotten the benefit of it. But Tommy B has been up and down. And at the end of the day, it is still Tom Brady. He still can make moves. He has good running backs, good receivers, good tight ends. His weakness is right now his 2 quarterbacks, Josh Freeman and Tom Brady. a little bit scary. But, you know, if every one of your other players is putting up crazy points, they can sneak you by. And that's what they've been doing. Julius Thomas, Reggie Bush, LaShawn McCoy, Eddie Lacy's even been playing somewhat decent. AJ Green, Victor Cruz, Pierre. You have probably the best 3 wide receivers. You have top 5 running backs. You have top 3 probably tight ends. You know, if your quarterbacks are lower than par, then maybe they'll back you up. So Cal, keep it up. You're number 2. Number 1, I'm going to have to put myself. No brainer. I am 7-0 right now, and I'm loving it. And Justin said earlier, Mizzou 7-0, KC 7-0, Jason 7-0. Well, if I get to go 14-0 and Chiefs get to go 14-0 and Mizzou gets to go 14-0, I'll take it. Anyways, back to my team. My team is playing very good, as it has been all season. I really giving Andy Dalton props. I benched him last week, and he bit me in the ass. And I put him back in, and he's fucking stepped it up again. The guy has been playing great. My receivers have been playing pretty good. Marshawn has been playing great. Miller, not so much. Danny Woodhead has been a very good pickup for me. He gets kind of the receiving and the rushing, but he gets a lot of touches. Just all in all, gets me good points. Jimmy Graham was on a bye week last week. The week before that, he had 0 points. So my probably second best player or third best player had his 2 0s and 0s, and I still pulled it out. So I think I'm gonna put myself at I'm gonna keep myself at 1. I really like my team. Peyton has been Peyton. Even though he lost, he still put up 25 points like it was nothing. And we'll see. You never know. I could fall. I could fall quick. It's all about injuries. It's all about luck in this league. So that's my rankings. Now I'm going to hop over to my matchups. Matchups are going to be, they're okay this week. You got Dwayne Boners versus Cursed. Dwayne Boners takes that one. Easy peasy. Lugnut versus Llama. Lugnut takes that one easy. Llama's bad. Learning versus Hooked. The best of the best of the worst. I don't know who to pick on this one. These teams are both bad. They're both projected to do terrible. Let me do a quick analyze. I'm going to go with Hooked Dogtronics is going to try to sneak one out. Screw up Learning Computers season. After that, we got a solid game it looked like on paper, but it's terrible. The Bank versus Barry McCockiner. Number, 6 versus my number 3? 7 bye weeks for the Bank. He loses to Barry, and a much-needed win for Barry. And that's going to help you out, Steve. You couldn't have played a guy better timing than this. And now, for the game of the week, and maybe the game of the year. Tit on the Nip versus Gotham's Rogues. Woo! This is going to be a battle of the Titans. With a projection score on Tit on the Nip of 145 to Gotham's 141. The number 1 versus the number 2. Also, the highest projected scores of the week. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be a shootout. Eli versus Brady versus Andy Dalton versus Freeman. Anyways, you guys know our teams. You know both of us have been really hot. So this is the game of the week. And I'm going to say it now, the game of the year. This will be deciding factor of who makes it to the number 1 seed, really. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The Chiefs are rocking. Mizzou's rocking. Fantasy football, I know, has not been the best for some of you, Josh. But I think it's going to improve. You got to be just having a good time. At the end of the day, it's just fantasy football. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next week.